you guys doing? Hope you're doing pretty well. Right now, the moon is at 62.2% illumination in the sign of Leo, so you may be feeling pretty empowered at this time, like pretty on point. It's so funny because when the moon is in Leo, like I end up like seeing my dad and my sister like every time, and yeah, because they're both Leos, and I don't know, it cracks me up even today. Like I walked out into the kitchen, and my dad showed up. It's pretty dope. Anyway, random. So let's get on with your reading. Let's see who you are, what you're moving towards, what you can expect. You know, midway through the lunar cycle, because tomorrow's the half moon in Virgo. And also in the beginning of the month, so it's the first of the month. So let's see. We have Flower of Life, Inspiration, Awe, and Dreams. Something's coming to you through your dreams. They could be pretty important. There's something important coming through in your dreams. I wouldn't ignore them. I would write it down if I were you. Let's see. Especially if it's coming through in your reading, it tells me that there's something very relevant about your dreams. Like you could be picking up on memories, past life memories, soul connections, your Akashic records. There's a whole lot that you could be connecting with. You know, finding ways to interpret your dreams is important. Like, if you write them down, like, be as specific as possible. I know it's super hard, especially when you first start writing down your dreams. But, you know, you want to, like, list the people you see in your dreams. Like, and if you can't, if you don't know their name because they're just a random face, like, try to describe their physical appearance in as much detail as possible. Because I feel like there's relevance to this. And I feel like there's something that's going to, like, make sense to you later. You gotta connect the dots, right? The Flower of Life is all about that, connecting the dots. So, let's see. So we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. This is the card of waiting, right? This is a card of having your patience tested, because in the upright, it's all about things moving very quickly. It's about fast outcomes. It's about like, you know, and then like within reverse, it's the opposite. It's very slow moving. It's very like something's taking its dear sweet time. With the Devil card showing up, this could be why. There could be like a toxicity involved. There could be addiction, obsession, overthinking, that kind of thing. With the King of Cups in reverse, this could be like something that you use to like dole out the feelings. That's what I'm hearing. And this could be slowing your progress because you're trying to numb your feelings rather than feel your feelings. You're trying to ignore them, push them away. And this in itself is kind of that double energy, because when we're not connecting with ourselves fully, that in itself becomes like a toxic act that we we harm ourselves that way, right? When we don't allow ourselves to feel our feelings, to see the validity in our feelings. We have Ten of Wands. This looks to me like it's just a big emotional burden, right? But it's also something that you struggle to let go of. It's like, it's interesting because the King of Cups showed up in reverse, but then the Lovers is showing up in the upright. And this could, I mean, but it's followed up, but it follows up the Ten of Wands, right? So like, perhaps you may feel that like a soul connection is a burden to you, or like, you know, somebody in particular is an emotional burden. The Lovers, you know, it's like a life-altering soul bond, like a soul connection, something that's super powerful, that transcends space and time and logic. And so what I'm really seeing here is like, yeah, there's this trying to get out of your feelings, trying to avoid it, trying to negate it, trying to not be in it, I guess. We have the Knave of Wands, and if you notice, he's like writing a message. And I'm like getting the image in my head of somebody like writing out like a text message and then like deleting it, and then writing out a text message and deleting it, and like just kind of like in their head. This is like the imagery that's coming to mind. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I do see like something coming in for you, or like this is like the card of reaping what you sow, but like it's a positive reaping what you sow, right? So it's like if you like sow your seeds in the spring, you're going to have a harvest, right, in the fall. That's kind of, you know, it's harvesting time. So it's like the seeds that you planted before are coming to fruition now, whatever that looks like for you. I'm going to clarify this Knave of Wands, this messenger, and kind of see what that's about. We have Three of Cups in reverse. And yeah, this kind of like goes back to that energy of something not happening, right? This Three of Cups is all about like a reason for celebration. And you're just not celebrating at this time, or like, you know, if you go out, you're probably just like in your head overthinking something. Like you're not really able to like be present, because it's like, it's almost like you're being haunted, right? If that makes sense. You're being haunted by something with the Tower. It really gives me that energy of like falling apart, but on like the inside. You know, it's like there's a struggle, an internal struggle in relation to this Knave of Wands. And it's like, I feel that there's like this, like you're trying to figure out the best way to like go about something. What is your advice? With the Ten of Wands in the Tower, it's like, feels like a real struggle, whatever you're going through. Like trying to hold all this up, right? Trying to hold yourself up and just kind of feeling like you're crumbling from the top down, you know, and it's unfortunate. Knave of Pentacles in reverse. So your advice here is to not send the message. If you notice, he's also sending a message, like he's writing out like a message here. And with that in reverse, I see the energy that like your advice is to not send it. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, because there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. There's this energy of like really needing time and space for like healing and reasoning. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. This could also be a missed opportunity. You have 10-10, endings, new beginnings. And it's almost like it could be too late to send the message. You know, like it probably wouldn't be received well with that Three of Cups in reverse. But let's... And perhaps that's also causing the Tower, like, feeling that an opportunity is lost or missed. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It looks to me that, like, somebody here has kind of let this go. On the flippity flop, I'm feeling that you're being called to let this go. Like, it's almost too much of a burden. Like, all the overthinking, all the, like, being in your head, it's just not helping. You know? And it's kind of like the best thing you can do for yourself in this situation is to just pull yourself away from the situation, right? There's no obligation to send a message. There's no obligation for a certain outcome, you know, and it's kind of like giving yourself the this space to like do what feels right to you. Because honestly, if it felt right to you, you would have already sent the message, right? You would have already, there wouldn't be like a struggle back and forth of like, do I do this? Do I not? Do I, you know, because things that are right, you don't have to question it so much, right? And that's something that I had to learn the hard way in my life, is that like when things are right, it's very black and white. Like you can see that it is the way, you know, it's not like there's any gray area or, you know, because ultimately if something doesn't feel right, if you feel reluctance, that's your intuition like telling you. And with the Devil card, this could like lead to toxicity if you like pursue it also. And you know, like it's a burden now, but imagine like getting super deep into something that might not be super healthy for you, right? That could be a problema. Let's see, what else is on the horizon for you? It's almost hard to like feel any other energy because it's like you're so honed in on this, right? Honed in on this energy. Like perhaps there are regrets, or perhaps there's some woulda, coulda, shouldas. You know, I'm hearing that things kind of turned out the way that they're supposed to. You know, and however that is, like, you know, if you're so busy looking into the past, it's like, okay, imagine you're driving, right? You're driving, and if you're trying to drive forward, right, but you keep looking back, and you're just like looking back, and you're trying to drive forward, but you're looking back, you're gonna crash. Okay, you're gonna crash. You need to look where you're going, right? Not where you've been, not what coulda, woulda, shoulda, you know, like, if, like, you forget to turn down a street, you're not going to sit there and stare down the street until you crash into something. You're going to revert your eyes back to the road, and you're going to look ahead, and you're going to keep fucking going, right? And that's exactly what the advice is here. You know, it's like, no more looking back, right? No more like sitting in any energy of regret or wishful thinking. You know, like, it's, you know, it's all about acceptance at this point, accepting the path, and not being like so hell bent on a certain outcome either. So we have the Hermit Virgo energy, followed up with the Hanged Man. The Hermit energy is like all about like introspection, seeking within. It's all about like, you know, maybe even like meditation, you know, speaking to your spirit guides, your gods, your deities, whatever, you know, whatever it is that you talk to. I don't judge, and I don't try to preach nothing. So whatever it is that you may or may not pray to, I'm seeing that it might be a good idea to like sit with that energy and have that conversation. With the Hanged Man, this is like struggling to move forward, or feeling like there's obstacles in the way, there's like something holding you back. If you notice, like this guy's holding this person back, right? They're not able to continue on their path because this guy is literally holding them back, literally holding them in place. So it's just feeling very limited. Then we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. This is Earth Angel energy. That's why you'll see the goddess Isis here with her wings. Temperance is all about time, divine timing, patience, temperament. You know, it's about like, there's a lesson in all of this, right? And the lesson has a lot to do with time. What does that mean? With the Hanged Man, it could also be saying that the timing is just not right, you know? Like, or perhaps like you're struggling to find the right time for Yeah, with the Three of Swords in reverse, I'm seeing that like you really need healing at this time. Like taking time with the Hermit and the Temperance, taking time to heal what hurts, to really sit with those feelings and not be afraid to feel your feelings. When I started feeling my feelings, it was just a couple months ago. So, but because I wanted to do some soul work or whatever. And I remember just like laying in bed and just being like, all right, universe, I just want to feel things. All right, I want to feel what I'm feeling. I don't want to push it back down. I don't want to overthink it. I don't want to be in my fucking head. I just want to feel it, right? I want to associate no thoughts with it. I just want to feel it. And at first it was hard, you know, and then as soon as I'd start feeling something, my brain would start chiming in, like trying to like, oh, we don't need to feel this. And I was like, no, but I do, you know, and so like, it takes time and it definitely takes effort because especially if your survival instinct has always been to shove your emotions down and ignore them and minimize them, um, then when it comes to actually feeling and healing them, it's going to require a lot of time because you reprogrammed yourself to not feel things. So now you have to reprogram yourself so that you can feel things again. You know? It's like you gotta open up your heart chakra. I'm feeling that energy super heavy. That like the heart chakra is really important at this time. And your solar plexus, like you need to feel that shit. You need to get into it. You know, you need to get into the root of like why you've been suppressing yourself this way. No more distracting and no more masking. That's what I'm hearing. Don't distract yourself from your feelings. When you feel an uncomfortable feeling, sit with it. Right? Turn off all distractions and sit with it. Rather than seeking distractions to help push it away. You know, because like, that ain't helping nobody. We have the Chariot in reverse, which indicates to me you could have recently moved, or with the Hanged Man also, you might be struggling to move on. Like there's this energy of holding on, not pushing forward. And we have Judgment, the Judgment card. This is heavy, man. This is divine interference, right? This is where the divine is like, I said what I said, you know, and it's really requiring you to see the lesson. If you notice, like the sarcophagus kind of looks like somebody who's just. Is that a sarcophagus? Yeah, because their like body is like enclosed in it, right? And if you notice, like this is spirit, right? Kind of like closing you up in this, right? With that Hanged Man, not really letting you like kind of forcing you to see something here, right? Not allowing you to throw your hands up and try to hide from it or try, you know, it's like spirit is wrapping their arms around you, kind of binding you in place and being like, look at it, right? Sit with it. You know, because it's kind of a reckoning. It's kind of a day of reckoning in some way because in the same way that if you're driving down the street and you're staring in your back window, your reckoning is getting into an accident, right? And it's like crashing your car. And it's kind of like right now there's something you have to face. There's something you have to see. There's something uncomfortable you need to sit with that Hermit card. Right? And it's kind of like Spirit is kind of forcing you to sit in it, to feel it, to see it, to experience something here. We have Five of Cups. This is sadness, disappointment, loneliness even. And this is something that I think that you are being called to feel. If you have been ignoring these feelings, if you've been ignoring this, I really feel that, I mean, because the way I'm seeing it is like looking at these cards next to each other, and the divine is like forcing this guy to look, to see it, to see what hurts, to see where the disappointment lies, to see what the thing is, right? That you're struggling with, because like masking and numbing and distracting isn't going to heal it. And right now you really need to be in a place of healing it. You know? Right now you're really being called to do that. Right? Before anything else can happen, right? With that Temperance in reverse, or with the Temperance, it's not in reverse. With the Temperance card, it's like indicating that you really need time and healing. Because I'm seeing Temperance followed up by the Three of Swords in reverse. Like, you need to look at what hurts, and you need to work on that. Because until you do, nothing else is going to fit right. Right? Until you confront that feeling, until you confront that, whatever it is that you need to confront. You know? We have Queen of Swords. This is the Queen of the Air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energy, right? Heavy on the Gemini and Libra, just saying. So, because the Lover's card came out, the Judgment. Oh wait, I guess Libra's Justice, but I always correlate those cards because they're both court cards. So, with the Queen of Swords, I see somebody like in a no bullshit energy, right? And this is somebody who is very emotionally guarded, somebody who is willing to cut ties, somebody who's like, I mean, her sword is up, right? She is like, I fucking dare anyone to try and take me off this throne right now. You know? Somebody may even be angry with you with the Queen of Swords. Like, they may, like, have harsh words, right? They may have harsh words for you. And that could be part of the reason that your advice is to not send a message. Because you may not be ready for the responses that you'll get, right? Because it's not what you are expecting, is what I'm hearing. And seeing that in due time, right, with the temperance, in due time, when you've worked through your healing, right, because I'm seeing an entire healing process here, when you really look at what hurts and, you know, where it's all coming from, right, then I see you focusing on your work with the Ten of Pentacles. You have 10-10, Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, endings, new beginnings. I'm seeing like you will be closing out a cycle of pain, right? And you will start seeing like abundance coming in. You're going to start seeing like your life kind of restructuring after this Tower. And it really requires you to get out of your head with this other situation and focus on that. You know, focus on the healing, focus on your abundance, focus on what it is that you want to grow in your life, rather than putting all your energy into this, right? And then with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm seeing that fortune favors the bold, right? That's what Matt Damon said in a commercial once. But, you know, it's like the Wheel of Fortune talks about the tide turning, you know, like going like through this period of healing things, you're going to come out on top, right? You're going to come out abundant. You're going to come out with favor, right? You're going to come out just noticing one blessing after another. But until you do the work, you're going to be stuck in that Hanged Man energy, you know, where your blessings are slowed up, you know. Because you're really being called. It's like, it's really telling you that, like, it's really important that you work through this, that you confront it, that you confront the uncomfortable feelings, you allow yourself time to feel your feelings, to go through the things, you know, and, you know, don't judge it, don't label it, don't throw your bias in it, you know, try to detach your overthinking from your feeling, and that takes time and effort, right? But I feel that you're going to notice like obstacles clearing for you and like a clear cut path of like where to go from here, what direction to take things, you know. All right, is there anything else before I pull some Kali cards? Ten of Swords, don't beat a dead horse. Oh yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune is a 10th card in the deck, so now you have 10, 10, 10, 10. Alright? 10 and 4, right? Being significant numbers there. 4 is about foundations. 10 is about endings and new beginnings, building new foundations. So, sorry, I have eczema on my hands and it's driving me crazy. So, yeah. 10 of Swords is kind of not beating a dead horse anymore. This is allowing something to end. It's allowing something to it's allowing a cycle to be over, right? Nailing or hammering the nail into the coffin, if you will. Like, a situation is dead and gone. Like that Justin Timberlake song. Old me's dead and gone, dead and gone. But oh, I've been traveling down this road too long. Yeah, dude. Does Collie have anything to say to you? She's being quiet. Tromonogma. The spiritual cleansing and protective means necessary to overcome any obstacle shall be granted to you. You can trust in what is happening in your life, especially the things that are breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain that you might be experiencing now is so much less than the pain that would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. And yeah, that's what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.